Well, the pandemic has slowed a lot of things down over the last 7 months, but apparently not Huntsville's growth. Mayor Tommy Battle gave his annual State of the City address. Our Sydney Stallworth tells us what new things we can expect to see around the city in 2021.
From a highly anticipated Trader Joe's to possibly a new city hall, Mayor Tommy Battle tells us there's a lot to look forward to in the city of Huntsville.
Despite COVID-19 and all that you've seen and heard, there's still strong growth in every section of our city. The unofficial bird for Huntsville is now the construction crane. It now populates our skyline.
And with this growth comes some pretty exciting additions and one announcement that shoppers have waited a decade to hear.
As Huntsville's most requested retailer for the past 10 years, we are excited to officially announce Trader Joe's is opening a new store in Huntsville, Alabama.
The new Trader Joe's will be at Mid-City District. Mayor Battle says new commercial opportunities like this one are just the beginning. He adds we've seen progress despite the hardship brought by the pandemic. In September 2020 alone, $220 million were issued in commercial construction permits, a record number in city history.
By the end of this year, in the middle of a pandemic, we will have created another 960 new jobs and put another $2.1 billion in new product on the ground in Huntsville.
Mayor Battle takes a look back at the progress yet to be made, acknowledging the months of local protests against systemic racism and police brutality.
In Huntsville, we will continue engaging dialogue on ways to be a more just and equitable city.
One thing you can expect to see, more green space and sporting event spaces. A multi-year construction project is underway at John Hunt Park and big changes to Joe Davis Stadium. The $11 million Iceplex renovation is expected to be done and open in November. Here's what's coming next year.
This city is well positioned for 2021. Our new city hall, a world-class amphitheater, a new fire station for Limestone County, and many other quality of life amenities.
One thing you can bet on is more road work in 2021. Kathy Martin, city engineer, says there's already about $800 million at work in federal, state, and local infrastructure. Putting the Valley first, I'm Sydney Stallworth, WZDX News.